Hi and welcome. It is week 2, so well done. You're on your second week. We're going to start with a warm-up. So again, we're just going to start. Remember your options. We're just going to get warm throughout the body because week 2, again, is a whole body workout. So we're just going to start with a march. So just start swinging those arms, start to get some oxygen pumping around and just start to get some nice mobility. We're going to go for a push through. So again, you can just stay here and you're just pushing that arm and getting a slight swivel through those hips, or you can start to take it up with a little jump. So just side to side, pushing across the body. And we're nearly there for 5 seconds. 4, 3, and we're there. We're going to squat this time and then kick up towards the bum. So you're squatting down and then kicking up towards the bum. So again, just start to find your range. You don't need to go crazy. We'll go crazy in a minute. So just starting to get some warmth through those joints. We've got 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. So next is a squat, or if you want it, you can squat jump. So again, throughout this video, I want you to choose your options, choose what's right for you. And as the weeks go by, you might find that you can start to add in some of the higher impact options. You're nearly there. Going for a lunge next. So you know this option from last week, you just drop that knee down, or if you want more, you can start to jump that lunge. So either stepping or jumping. 6, nearly there for 3, 2, 1. We've got a metronome. So coming down deep into that squat, and then you're just taking that elbow across to that knee. So really warming up through those sides, sitting nice and deep through that squat, and then just taking that elbow side to side. We're going to go for a windmill next. So you're going to get a nice bend on that knee. So one leg straight, keeping those arms nice and long, getting a nice twist, and starting, if you can, to reach the outside of that trainer, and a nice stretch in that inner thigh. So we're going to go for a lateral lunge. So you're going to be in center, step out, come back to center, step out and come back to center. So just really stretching those muscles and preparing them for a little bit of work. Okay, you're going to come down into your press-up position. So from last week, you'll remember you can be in a box. You can be on your knees, or you can be on your toes. And all you're going to do is press down and then open up the arms like a T. Nearly there. Come into your downward dog position, trying to press those heels down to the ground. You're then going to come forward, drop down to those knees if you need to, and you're going to press, and then you're going to stretch back, drop forward, drop down to knees or box, press, and then come back. So really pressing through, exhaling as you lift. Fantastic. We're going to squat, lunge, squat. So movement pattern we did last week. So if you want to, you can add in that jump. So hopefully you're nearly there for being warm. Just going to have one more move. So you're going to roundhouse kick and then squat. So you look down that length of your leg and just have a little lean as you kick through. Going to have our first round of Tabata coming up really soon. So hopefully every part of you is starting to feel a bit more ready. So get mentally and physically prepared, take off any layers, grab yourself some water. Going to start with a high knee rope pull. Here is your option if you're taking out the impact. Otherwise, as much as you can give it, with or without the impact, really imagine you've got that rope and you're really grabbing it and pulling it. So you're really getting that upper body involved. You've only got 5 seconds. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Good. So you're really pushing outside of your comfort zone just for these 20 seconds. Then you recover, and then we go again. So low impact marching and pulling, or bring in those knees. The higher you make those knees, with or without the impact, the more your core's going to get involved. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more round of those, and we'll be moving on. 3, breathe, 2, let's go. So really try and imagine that rope. Imagine you're pulling, grabbing. The more muscles you use, the more energy you're going to use up to. 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant, and breathe. Next exercise, squat, in and out, with or without the jump. So if you're low impact, you're just going to be here, otherwise you're going to be here. You're going to jump in and out. Now I want you to really concentrate on the bum dropping, on the out, and on the in. Really tempting to miss out the bum drop. That's where the magic's going to happen, so make sure it drops. So whether you're stepping or jumping, make sure that bum is going low. You know now how much I love a squat. And your bum and legs are going to thank you, because you need to put a lot of extra effort through to make your leg muscles wake up and realise they need to change to support this new level of movement you're doing, because they're used to carrying you around all day, every day. So you need to give them something extra to make some more lean muscle. So we're going to go again. So in, out, dropping that bum as low as you can. Stay low if you can. Keep that tension through the legs. Really good. You've got 3 more seconds. And we're going to change the move. Soon you'll be done with your first round of HIIT. We've got forward, back, touch the ground. You can step it, or you can jump it. If you're stepping it, try and step a different leg each time. So stepping or jumping, keep the chest upright. Don't be tempted to bend too far forward. So chest proud, you don't need to touch the ground. Any lower back problems, just keep it low impact, and you can just squat. But if you can, you haven't got any lower back issues, and you can squat down low enough, you're touching the ground. If this feels okay, why not think about that jump? Can you make it bigger? Can you lift the knees more? Okay, we're going to go again. Last little round. First block of HIIT will be done. I'm going to be moving on to legs. So you're going to need some resistance, and you're going to need to make sure your legs are warm. If they're not warm, 5 seconds. Make it bigger. 4, 3, and you are there. Okay, grab yourself some water and breathe. So we're going to have some strength training for the legs. So like I was saying, you really need to put something a bit more extraordinary through your legs to make them change shape and make them realise that you need a bit more muscle. So we're going to go for a lunge with a shoulder press for the first 30 seconds. So your option is to go without weight. So you do the same exact thing, but just no weight required. Otherwise your dumbbells are up towards shoulders. You step back, press, change, press, change. That's going to be the first move. Second move, you're going to take the leg back, you're going to pulse for 2, and you're just going to hold it up into a fly. So working through the shoulders, we're going to go quite soon. So your option is just to do the hands, so you'd be up and then you'd be out. Be more than enough for you guys that are beginners to just use your arms. If it's too much to coordinate the arms and legs, Just choose legs for this one because we're going to target the arms later. So when we're ready, take those weights up and you're squeezing the shoulders, and we're just going to go for 30 seconds. So stepping back, pushing up towards the sky. Your other option is to lunge, and when you come here to take them up. So if it's too much, that's probably the next level down. We'll just lose the weight entirely. 2 seconds, 1. So we're going to come for that pulse, and you're going to hold the fly. So you're really feeling it through the shoulders, through the arms, and through the legs. So if we're only exercising for a short time, we really want to get as much bang for our buck as possible. That's why it's so great to do exercises like this, where you're working more than one body part. Good, completely relax. We've got these 15-second breaks. We are looking to get to the point of fatigue. So we're going again. You're going to take those weights up high. So firstly, we've got that squeeze up. So exhale when you take weight above your head. So we always want to exhale with effort. Good. If you started with weight and you're losing form, just lose the weight and carry on with the movement. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to take it back, pulse for 2, and you're opening up into that fly. So hopefully, arms, legs, and core all working together to get these weights up high. Do listen to your body, find out where it's okay for you to be today. It will depend on what the rest of your week's like, what the rest of your training's been like, to how much you can push. But we are looking for fatigue. I know my arms are really tired now, so that's fantastic. We've got one last block. Then we're going to come on to our second round of HIIT. So take those weights up to shoulder height, and you're going to push and push. So exhaling as you squeeze. Last little bit. 13 seconds. Keep going. Sometimes just squeezing your eyes closed helps. 2 seconds. 1. So you're going to pulse for 2, and you just hold. And then step back, pulse for 2, and hold. If that's too much, you take it back. You can pulse for 2, stand up and here. And you can take it back and pulse for 2, and then stand up and try for the fly. Otherwise, you combine them if you can. Everything you have. 3 seconds, 2, 1. Brilliant. So we're going to have the next block of HIIT. So just move your resistance out the way. Get a nice stretch through the body. Do make sure you take time to breathe. Grab yourself some water. So you'll probably be a bit out of breath depending on what weight you were using and how hard that was. So do take time to come down. With interval training, you do want these peaks, and then you want to come back down and then peak again and come back down. So really good for your system to kind of come back, and then you can push harder. First exercise is going to be a skater. So you're here, and if you want, you're going to jump it, and if you can, you're going to touch down to the ground. I'm going to go 3 times. So when you're ready, when you're steady, let's go. So remember your options. You were jumping, you were stepping, and if you want more, you touch down to the ground. Nearly there. 8 seconds. Push back with that leg. 3, 2, 1. So you're going to go again. So you can switch up the exercise, switch it down or stick. So you're going to leap from side to side. Let's go. So really good for your glute medial muscle, which is really important for pelvic stabilization, which is really important for running, and often isn't used. So doing these lateral movements, keeping soft through that knee. 2 seconds. You are there. Brilliant. And one last round. I'm going to be coming down to the ground. Ready? Let's go. So jumping, stepping, touching down if you want more. Listening to your body. If you can push it up, try now. Can you leap? Can you go wider? Can you jump bigger? 2 seconds. Okay, next move. Mountain climber oblique. So you can just be down in your box. You're squeezing across the body. Or you can step it, or you can run it, or you can mix up between all the different options. But you're really trying to concentrate on squeezing that knee across to that opposite elbow. So squeeze. Yes, you are there. So if you're in a box, get ready. If you're up on your toes, get ready. Walking or running, middle round. As we're only working for 20 seconds, you're trying to get to the point where you're working without oxygen. So you're really pushing, really out of breath. And that's why HIIT's so effective. Because your body needs to make up for the fact that you didn't have enough oxygen available whilst you were exercising. So you're going to keep burning more calories after your workout. But to get that effect, you really need to be pushing, squeezing, outside of your comfort zone, wherever that is for you today. So go. Can you speed up? Go, 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 go. Brilliant. Okay. So we're going to come for your next exercise. Your option, bum down, you're just rocking back and then touching, or you take the bum up, you tricep dip and touch. So we're getting ready for your triceps to be really nice and warm for your upper body round this week. You've got 3 seconds, 2, 1. Good, so we can go again. So remember, you can just be here, you rock back, you reach, you rock back, and you reach. Otherwise you're up, and we're here. So you're gonna need your resistance. You're gonna need some grit to get through. That's gonna be great. We're gonna be working the back of the arms this week. So last week we had some bicep work. This week we're gonna work those triceps. So you've got one more round here. We're gonna have a small break. So bum down or bum up. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Let's go. So just reaching across the body. Bending those elbows, dropping that bum. 3 seconds. Nearly there. 2, 1. Great. So guys, you can get some water. If you're wearing anything layer-wise, I expect you've already taken it off, otherwise take it off. And we've got 15 seconds to get ready. So, you can either pick up one weight. You do have 2 triceps, so ideally you're going to pick up 2, but it might be something you track over the next week or so, that can you increase it. With that one weight, we're just going to start with tricep extension. So you breathe in at the bottom, you keep those elbows hugging the head, and you squeeze up. So you're breathing in and breathing out. Once we've done that for 30 seconds, we're going to lose that weight. We're going to come down to the ground, and your options are here. So one is you are in a box, and all you'll be doing is rocking back and squeezing up through those arms. And rocking back and squeezing up through those arms. If that feels okay, you take those knees slightly further back. Watch my elbows, they're going to go back. They squeeze the rib cage, and then you push up to center. So they squeeze, and then you push up to center. So they're not coming out, they are going back. And your chest is coming down to the ground. And if you can, you might want to do some on your toes, or again, just flip through those options. So grab your resistance, so 1 or 2. You're going to want something for this bit. Ready, and we're here. So you try and hug that head with your elbows. You breathe in, and there's a little tip at the top. Staggering your stance can really help. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. Now we're going to have 3 rounds. These muscles are quite small and they can fatigue, so if you need to drop down weight, that's absolutely fine. We are trying to get to point of fatigue. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. So down into your box if you need to. You're going to be here and you're off already. There is no break. Or you can be up on your toes, or you can be on your knees. So see how your arms are feeling. If this is the 3rd time you've done it this week, your arms might be getting tired, or you might find they feel even stronger. So just listen. And the actual point of all these options is that you can move between them as you need to. So just fluidly move as you need to. Just keep your form really good. No point getting injured. So middle round. 3 seconds. Take those weights up high. So exhale as you squeeze, breathing in and then breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So 13 seconds. Can definitely feel the back of my arms. So you're not rushing with the strength training. You're really looking for that range. 3, 2, 1. Place those weights down on the floor. So again, you can be in your box, just rocking those elbows back. Your knees can be slightly further. You're dropping chest in between thumbs and then squeezing away from the floor. Or you can be up here on your toes. Or you might try 2 on your toes and then pop those knees down for 2, 2 on your toes, and just slowly increase what you're up to. So with getting muscle, what you want to do is incrementally be loading those muscles. So you don't just stay with the same moves or resistance, you're changing something to increase the stimulation for those muscles to continue to change. Not because you're going to suddenly make massive muscles, you're absolutely 100% not going to, but it's just a really effective way of getting leaner, making some lean muscle mass, and changing your body composition. I promise you, if it was easy to get bulky, well, lots of people would be walking around very bulky, but it's just going to make you look leaner, metabolically, muscles more active than fat, and that's why we want to have more muscle in our body. So remember your options. You are either boxing, you've got those knees back, and you've got 14 seconds. It's our last round. So who's with me? Anyone popping up onto those toes? Exhale as you squeeze up. Your arm round is going to be done. One more. Yes, there it is. Okay, so you're going to come to your 3rd and final block of HIIT. So grab yourself some water. You're around the halfway mark. So we've got some really nice exercises, all basically to get you nice and warm through your core, if you're not warm enough already. The first exercise is going to be a plank. So your arms are not probably going to like you because you've just been on them, but if you want to, you can be up on your toes in a plank. If you need to be, just take it into a hover and you're just going to hold it. Try not to have your bum in the air, try and have your bum low, core switched on, really sucking up that belly button towards spine, pelvic floor engaged, but you are breathing. If that's okay, you can be in a plank and you can either step or you can jump the toes in and out. So use your options. We're going to be going quite soon. 3, 2, 1. So we're here. So you're stepping, holding a plank. You can either be on your hands if you're holding a plank, or you can be on your forearms. What's important is that you stabilised through your plank and you're keeping your lower back protected. In between, you can just take it down into a child's pose, and then you're going to bring it back up again. We've got that middle round. So here, stepping or jumping. If you are rocking all over the shop, please take out the jump. You need to be really strong and stable through your core. So don't try anything too high impact before your body's ready, because you will just end up injured. Much better to take it slow and steady. Get strong first. Impact can come later. 2 seconds, we're off. So last round. 2 more exercises for your third and final block of HIIT. Keep breathing. You're nearly there for 3, 2, 1. So you're coming up off the floor, and we are going to go for a Hindi sumo squat. So you take those legs wide, we're coming down, you're off, and we're picking up one knee and then the other. So if you can, you keep that bum low. You imagine you've got some string attached, and you're just here, picking it up. Pick up one knee, then pick up the other, making sure you don't miss out that squat, and shake them out. Okay, so hopefully your arms are becoming distant memory, and now we're getting back onto those legs. So squeezing up, nice and high, 14 seconds for this middle round. So you nearly know all of the exercises you're going to have for HIIT today. 3 seconds, 2. Luckily there's a whole library yet to discover. Keeping it fresh, good. So sink down nice and low. And we're off. Last 20 seconds. 3 more exercises and we're going to be down for some core work. Couple of finales, bit of a Tabata finale, bit of strength training stretch, and you are done. Good. Okay, next exercise is going to be a star and then a vertical jump. So here is your low impact option, or you can take it up slightly, or you can just jump the whole thing. So you're jumping up, out, up, out. 8 seconds. Keep it soft through those knees, exploding out and up, out and up. Okay, 2 more times. You're gonna get a lie down. Pretty sure you're all gonna be looking forward to that. 3, 2, 1. So remember, you might be here. Loads of purpose. You could be here, or you just keep on going. 10 seconds. Great determination. Only 4. Don't give up. 3, 2, 1. Okay, one last go. So moving around the options as you need to. 3 seconds. Good. So up, out, up, out. Only 20 seconds. You're going to lie down in a second. Everything you have. Can you make it bigger? 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Guys, you have really broken the back of the HIIT. Got that last little bit for strength. So, find yourself something soft to lie down on. We are going to start with a medicine ball throw. So you can take one or both weights or upgrade to your kettlebell. You are going to exhale as you throw the ball up, and then you're going to slowly come back down. So you're breathing in, Breathing out as you come up and then slowly down. So one or both weights. And the second exercise is going to be a stapler. So you'll be bringing that weight and then trying to touch your toes. Your option would be to stick to a single leg extension, or to just bring up the arms, or to bring up the feet to the sky. So starting with that medicine ball throw. So keeping those feet on the ground, exhaling. So really try and get that throw. So there's some momentum as you come up, and then slower as you come back down. So you're activating that muscle, contracting it, and then slower on the way back down. One final one. Okay, so taking those legs long, choosing your option. Remember, if you need to, you don't need to staple the body together. You could just be moving those heels up to the sky, trying to keep those legs as long as possible. Or you could just go back to those single leg extensions from week 1. So you breathe out. You're really trying to squeeze your toes and your shoulder blades together. You're going to go again. So really nice core work. Still keeping that heart rate quite high. You've got that really explosive move and you're going in 2 seconds, 1 second. So with or without the weight. Your other option is obviously just to get rid of the weight, increase the weight, or just see how you go. You might have it in for the first round, and then you might lose it. But again, a really nice thing to track is your fitness over this next 6 weeks, and you're going to be able to come back and revisit these videos and hopefully find that they get much easier. But I've got to say, with HIIT, it's always about the effort you put in, so you can always find an option for you and always find a challenge for you, no matter how fit or unfit you feel you are. That's the joy of it. So just find where the challenge is for you today. Good. 6. Don't be afraid of trying the next option up. 2, 1. You're just at home, so you can always have a go. If it doesn't feel right, drop back down again. Okay, but don't sit where you're too comfortable. You're going to take those weights behind. We've got this final round. So we're going to be pushing up and slower back down. So you exhale. You squeeze those weights high. 10 seconds. That last round for staplers. So if you have got weights, you're going to feel this through your arms and through the core as well. So trying to keep those heels, flats of feet up to the sky and squeezing top and bottom together. So exhaling as you squeeze, nearly there. So you've got 7 seconds. 3, 1 last squeeze, 1, brilliant. So we can roll those weights out of the way because we've got the little matter of getting through that Tabata again. So do grab yourself some water. We've only got 10 minutes left on the clock. So how bad can it be? We're going to be starting with that high knee rope pull, using your options. So let's go. So remember, you can be marching on the spot, or you can take those knees really high, lean back, feel it through your abs. 7 seconds, 6, 5, 3, 2, and you are there. So nice this round, no going back. We have got that squat in and out. So with or without the impact, you can step them. The only non-negotiable is that bum drops on the in and on the out. Keep soft through those knees. Only 5 seconds, don't give up. Keep going, low, 2, 1. We've got forward, back, touch the ground. So remember your low impact option, you switch that forward leg, otherwise you're jumping. Can you jump bigger? Can you pick up those knees? So forward, back, touch the ground. Only 5 seconds. Pick up those knees, sink low. We've got skaters next. So make sure you've got some room. Going to move side to side, either with or without the jump. So it's that lateral move. If you want more, you're going to touch down. We're already on that middle block. Keep breathing. We're coming down to the ground in 5, 4, so close. Okay, you're coming down. Next, we've got those mountain climbers oblique. You can be in a box, just squeezing that knee to elbow, up on your toes, walking or running. So we are off. So keep going, keep squeezing across the body, whatever level you have chosen. Squeeze your eyes, can you accelerate? Can it go quicker? Slight bend in those elbows. You are there. We've got that tricep dip and leg reach. So you either rock back and touch, or you bring yourself up and you touch and you dip. Touch and dip. So keep going. 3 more exercises. You are smashing it. So good to get it done. Often by the time you think about whether you've got time, you may as well just have got it on and got it done. So we've got that plank with leg jacks. You're coming up, so you can just hold a plank, knees back. You can step them, or you can jump them. Make sure you're steady through the core switched on. You're not sagging or sticking your bum in the air. Nearly there. 2, 1. We've got Hindi sumo squat. So you're standing it up. Gonna take those legs nice and wide. If you can, you stay quite low in the legs. And you get that little squat and lift. So close. 1 star vertical jump. A little bit of strength training. And stretch and finished. Literally about 6 minutes left once we get the HIIT done. Okay, so your star vertical jump. With or without the impact. Last bit, so do push it. When we're ready, so you can be here, here, or stacking it. But you've only got 14 seconds. You're not coming back to HIIT. You are meant to be really out of breath when you finish. So make sure you are in 4, 3, make it bigger. You're there. So breathe. We're gonna have a little break. I do want you to let that heart rate come back down so you're ready to put everything in to the last blocks of strength training. We're gonna start with that lunge and squeeze of the weights to get those shoulders activated. And then we're gonna have that fly with the leg pulse. So grab your resistance. Make sure as you're picking it up during the session that you bend your knees. So we're going to start with those weights or just your hands, but they're getting ready. You get ready to step the leg back. So we've got 50 seconds. So there isn't any rush. You might be better if your weight's heavy to firstly have picked up that heavy weight, and rather than do loads of reps, just make sure you drop that knee nice and low and you really get that squeeze. So this isn't your cardio, this is your strength training. So I'd much prefer you went slower,
you got your form right and you challenged yourself with the weight. Or, obviously, if you haven't got that weight, still want you to think about that range of movement and starting to drop that knee down a bit lower this week. So we're going to get a little break and then you're going to come back. But this time you're going to have that lunge pulse. And you're going to be doing the fly with the arms. Again, you can just get rid of the weights if it's too much. Otherwise you're here for 2. So you pulse down for 2 and try and keep those elbows high. So dumbbells aren't high, they're just in line with those shoulders. You've already done 20 seconds. So try not to sink through the chest. Try and keep the chest nice and proud, elbows high, just holding that weight. Nearly there for 10 seconds. Gonna go on to triceps next. 4 seconds. Okay, so you've got that 10-second break. So we've just got tricep extensions. We're going for 50 seconds. So choose your weight, stagger that stance if you need to, and you're dipping down and squeezing up. So you breathe in and breathe out. So you're breathing in and out. So triceps definitely fatigue quite quickly. So just again, I prefer you did less reps with a heavier weight and you got some really nice range of movement. Then you went really quickly with a weight that was really comfortable for you. That turns it back into cardio training or endurance training. Instead, I want us to look for fatigue. So 13 seconds. Exhaling as you squeeze. You're nearly there. 4, 3, 2, 1. So you're going to have 10 seconds break. You are coming down. You are not coming back up now. We are on the floor. So you've got that option just to rock back. We are off. Or you take those knees back and you are here. You're up on your toes. So see how you go. See how those arms are feeling. Make sure that the tops of your arms, no matter what you're doing, are scraping backwards and those elbows are pointing towards the back wall. You're not coming out into a wide press up. This is a tricep press. It's harder than a wide press, but you can work your way up from that box or that sphinx to being on your toes eventually. We just need to get these muscles firing. 3, 2, 1. You're going to be delighted to know you are coming off those arms. We have got 2 lots of 50 seconds. First exercise is that medicine ball push. So you're throwing the medicine ball up, squeezing through that core. You can see that finish line. No more jumping. Just a bit of strength for that core. Little stretch. And you have done week 2. Fantastic. So keep going. Exhale as those weights come overhead. Breathing in and breathing out. You have got 15 seconds on the clock. So everything you have. Really get that throw. With or without that weight. Last one. And bringing it down. You've got that last little bit, so that stapler. So your option could be that you're just going to stick with single legs, or you're just going to go for either lifting the top or the bottom of the body, or you're going to try and staple your weights to your toes. So you breathe in, you breathe out, you breathe in, you breathe out. So just be really pleased with yourself for consistently getting some more movement done than you would normally. For week 2, I just want you to carry on. It's just that consistent, imperfect action that's going to get you results. You can't jump off and on this. It's just a lifestyle change where we're just consistently moving more. It's not about perfection. It's just about getting on with it and starting to embed some really amazing new habits. So pop those weights down to the side. We are just going to stretch. So bring yourself up to stand. You don't need your soft surface. Open up through your chest. And you're just going to firstly take it into that hamstring stretch. If you want to flip straight to mobility video, please do. There's a bit more of a focus in week 2 on upper body and just stretching through those shoulders that we've worked really hard. Good, switch legs. So you sit back, get a really nice stretch on that hamstring. You are going to take that leg forward. So week 2, do keep getting those 10,000 steps in or try and average 10,000 steps a day over the week. Do continue to try and consistently meet your calorie target. Again, remember, it doesn't have to be every day that you are bang on, but at the end of the week, make sure that you are in balance. So again, no starving, no restricting. Try not to exclude all the foods you love. Try and actually actively make sure that they are included and in your diet. Even like on a random Monday, something that you fancy, make sure that it's there. Otherwise, you're going to fall into that diet trap, and that's not what any of us want to be. So actually planning in the things that we want to eat, making it work, and really understanding how flexible you can be with your diet. That is actually the key to kind of long-term success. So if there's something you want, find out how many calories are in it, work it out in your day, and that's your challenge. Good, so once you've done that quad stretch, I'm just going to take one leg, you're going to wrap it around the back, take that arm up and over. Also really nice sometimes to think about what foods you need more of. So really, rather than always thinking about what you should eat less of, what should you eat more of? By switching your focus, if you're always thinking, oh, how can I add in more vegetables or kind of more goodness to my meals? You can really switch that mindset from feeling restricted or deprived. So it can be a really good trick. Okay guys, you are going to bring it into center, opening up through that chest one last time. Nice deep breath in and out, and one last time. Week 2, you have smashed it. Guys, I will see you for week 3.